In Conversation, BFM 89.9, the business station.
Good evening, I'm Caroline O, together with Group Editorial Advisor of the Malay Mail, Bernama TV, and the Malaysian Reserve. That's coming easier to me now. Datuk Ahirudin, Attan, also known as Rocky Bru. Now, let's look at some career highlights here, Rocky. You've listed for me being appointed the London correspondent for NSTP in 1982, where you worked for a year as one of the biggest career achievements. How did that one come about?
It's in 92. The Straits Times, the New Straits Times used to have offices in London. Then it opened one in New York and one in Jakarta. After 98, it closed all three offices. Okay, so in every year, they send somebody to London. There was a
plum position.
Yes, every young journalist wanted to be there. And I was with Business Times. Nobody had been sent from Business Times, so when we decided to pick someone from Business Times, I was the first one, and I had never been to London at that time, so it was quite fun.
Yeah. So tell me what you learned then.
I learned how to enjoy myself while work. There was an office in London. It was an apartment. There was no boss. There was no editors, so you are all by yourself.
Were you single at the time?
Yes.
Oh, the bachelor's life.
And then you learn how to get your own stories. You learn how to decide. You are the editor, you are the sub-editor, and you are the reporters. You do. It's a great on-the-job training, and you learn about other people's culture and this London.
Yeah, what more could you want? How did you decide then at that point what was newsworthy and what wasn't?
It came at that point of time is you're in London. There are Malaysians there. There are Malaysians who go there, and so you try to. The first thing you get is news that affect Malaysians. There are a lot of students. I think there were scores of thousands of students, Malaysian students there. They are a source of news too.
All right. So, why you had to come back after a year?
Yes.
Yeah. That must have been very disappointing for you.
And then after that, I was aiming for the position in New York, but it never came to me.
Why not?
I think the guy who went there managed to find excuses to extend his stay, and he ended up staying there for 4 years.
You can't blame him though. I mean, if it were you, I'm sure you would be able to find
I hope he's listening in.
He must be. And I'm sure he's very sorry not for what he's done to you. So tell me, personally, Rocky, these days, what do you like writing about the most? What do you enjoy?
I enjoy writing. I still enjoy writing my blog. I think it gives me, like I said just now, it gives me greater freedom to express myself. I am inside. I am involved in the news. Unlike when I write for newspapers, I am supposed to exclude myself. Right. So it's more fun that way, and I do a lot of socio-political pieces, but I do go back very often to business writing, and once in a while write about friends, old friends, and things of the past. Yeah.
So when you talk about loving writing, right? Do you ever think of things like books?
Yes.
Yeah, writing a book.
I think it's a natural process. I think every journalist should at least try and write a book. Even you, Caroline. In this line.
Right.
It'll
be a very thin book.
No. You meet a lot of people every day. You talk to people like me. And every one of your subject could take up a page of your book, your bookseller, your bestseller.
Okay.
But I think every journalist should be writing a book, and I want to write a book.
What would you write about?
I write boring stuff like blogging, how to not get yourself into trouble writing, how to avoid 1 billion ringgit lawsuits, and things like that.
Yeah, that would be very useful advice. I think every journalist should get a copy. Yeah. So is that somewhere in the future? Do you really see yourself writing a book, perhaps?
Yes. I was working on a biography on Tun Saleh Abbas a while ago. But that didn't work out because I realized that when you're writing about or you're attempting to write about someone's life, that person's life could change so much in such a short period. And at the time that I was attempting to write on Tun Saleh Abbas, the former Chief of Justice, the one who got sacked. A lot of things were developing around him, and I just gave up on that subject.
Oh, but it would have made for a very interesting book.
I have a lot of materials which I intend to use later on. I hope the publishers would not mind.
Yeah, well, I'm certainly looking forward to that. Okay, going to go into another one of your songs for us this evening, and this one is Hey You by Pink Floyd. What does this song mean to you?
This is the post-Beatles period. Pink Floyd has always come out with great numbers. Friends were listening to Led Zeppelin. I wanted to be different. So it was Pink Floyd.
Okay. Any questions for Rocky, you can send them in 0162019,000 or tweet us at BFM Radio, BFM 89.9.